all the hoods out there, all the hood memories out there. I had decided to come live. I know I said that I wasn't go live until Monday, but I woke up today feeling blessed. Not too many people wake up, you know. We're blessed, to everyone out there, happy to see y'all here and just, always keep the faith in God and thankful for waking us up today, Today's a sunny, beautiful day. Ain't nothing right to come show my appreciation to and just thank God for everything. So, we all been through a lot. And to those out there, they have a lot going on, they got a lot on their back, just take it one day at a time and just, put God first in anything you do. Those going to work, those in traffic, take your time, no speeding, no rushing, cause you never know. Somebody could be having a bad day out there, and next thing you know, by you just blowing the horn at that person, he feel a certain way, and now that escalate to violence. So just always cruise control, put God first, and just waking up today, it's a beautiful day. The sun is up, the trees, it's pretty quiet. You can hear the birds, So just life. So always be thankful for what you have, for the little things. It don't even have to be the biggest things. Like me, I'm really blessed. So I only felt it's only right I come on here and just show that gratitude. It's pretty good. Ground yourself. Sometimes let nature take its course. Feel the breeze. It's a wonderful world, man. A lot of us, take that for granted. Don't forget, you got people out in wars. You got people just handicapped, crippled, in hospital. People that's sick, dying. So every day is a different day. So just take one day at a time. And I know some people really have it hard out there, but just slow pacing, take it one day at a time, and that's about it. So just to let you know, man, I'm one of those persons that actually been through a lot too. I came a long way, but for some reason, God put me in a position to always win. I seen people come, I seen people go, I seen friends around me fall, and so it's just a word of encouragement to everyone, just by waking up today is a blessing. And definitely always thank God, sometimes, sit, meditate to yourself, get that vibe, because a lot of people tend to do things on their own will, their own ways, and sometimes that's what makes things go left, you know. So taking morning questions, if anyone have anything they would like to talk about, any blessings they received in life, any prayers they had, So pretty much that's that. Yo, what's going on? North 2G verse. Yeah, man, So, to the kings and queens, just one day at a time, So I'm here just feeling the air, let the spirit vibe, let the flow just kick in. And so sometimes it's not always about anger. It's not always about, worriness. Because that deteriorates the mind, the soul. I learned that as you get older, it's just momentum, just let it shift, just ease on up, everything's gonna fall in play. So just had that thought today. I say, you know what, let me just get on live because most of the time you guys really see me, acting, doing little skits, you know what I'm saying? So, just I want to interact with my fans. Let me get to know who Kirby is. It's on the right. Somebody say, hey, you know what? You gotta work on your live, man. Go on live with the people more. It's not about you not being good at it, whatever. I mean, people gonna relate to you. So I'm here to just interact with you all and just just a morning thought of mine that I was going through. But we still got a lot of things that we're working on. And hopefully your day get brighter, everything continue to go smooth for everyone. Just always remember God first, because you cannot do it without the great Lord Himself. You know what I mean? Because me myself, I can't. I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? I lost precious people around me. I lost some precious people around me, but for some reason I'm still here. That took a toll on me. But in life is what you make it. You know what I mean? Never be discouraged. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? We just got to keep moving forward. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be part of you guys. I'm happy you guys to be part of me. So continue, just prayers, and also hey, mainly for me, for myself too. Hey, prayers worldwide count. It doesn't matter. Hey, me, I pray for you. You pray for me. Sometimes our mindset always think opposite. You know, but it's not going to be a perfect road. That goes for anybody. The road is going to be tough for anybody. Even me right now, as myself, as I'm speaking, I have a long road to go. It's going to be obstacles. It's going to be certain things that's blocking you. Just hey, when you feel that that um that load on your back, don't just feel weak and be like, oh man, I'm about to give up. Because there were some days, some nights, man, I cried. Hey, this is my personal. I cried because I know, man, how can I get around this? And the only way I could get around this is by me. I have to. It starts from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to know, hey, damn, I gotta stop this. Because if I don't stop this, it's gonna either pull me down or I'm not gonna lead to nowhere. So once you do that, you got that mind frame, and you turn yourself around, try to do that 360. Once you hit that 360, you pass that barrel, you're gonna feel like, man, that load is really off your back. But the point is passing it, because that obstacle is very hard when you self-centered too, and then you're like, oh man, I'm stuck in my ways. Like the bad ways that you have, man, I had some stuck up bad ways. I mean, like my ways was so horrible. I go left, I trip. I go right, I trip. To the point I could be in front of you now. I'm looking at you, right? But I'm far. But you swear like, hey, this guy, he's yeah, I'm listening to you, but I'm far. And other like, I'm gone. I got problems. A lot of things is like in my mind frame. I'm being bothered. I'm annoyed. And so it's just I wasn't focused on what you're saying. You're thinking I am, but I'm far. So when I got to meditate, get to know myself, and I steady start getting to know who Kirby is. And me myself, some people catch it early. We all have issues. We all have trauma. We all have things. So by the time I caught myself like in the 20s, early, well, I say early 30s, which is kind of, I started catching myself. Then I always had myself, but by late 20s, I started developing more. Cause you still getting, no matter what, you still could be old and still developing, getting to know yourself. Remember that. Hey, some people just, hey, so then, so things start falling in place for me. Start getting little blessings here, little blessings there, and it's just the puzzle start. But it starts from yourself. Like I said, I had to catch myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was down for a minute. That's anybody go through a little downfall. We all go through that. So if someone say, hey, I ain't never been down, you're actually not saying the facts. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? Everything good? Yeah, man, just waking up here, talking to the fans, people that's supporting me all the time, so they get to know me, just a little progress here and there, I'm trying to do this live here and there. Don't forget Monday, guys. Monday, I have a special guest. You guys might want to meet him. If you like sneakers, definitely. If you like sneakers, Monday, this guy's gonna be here. He support me a lot. He do a lot behind the scenes. So I just want you guys to get to meet him because that's part of my brand. Hood Memory. So if you see him, you probably know. Okay, that's who helped Kirby out. What up, Blase Squaze? So I'm like I was saying. So once I got to know myself, and then that's when the things start falling in place. Like you see, like for example, like look how like me, I should have been into this YouTube. But God had different plans, so it's now I'm getting to it. But I still feel blessed and I'm doing pretty great, you know what I'm saying, for as a starter. And mostly thanks to you guys too as well. Prayers for all you guys, your families. Anything that you guys go through, may the Lord guide you, bless you, and may the angels continue to guide you. Like I was saying, so getting on myself, boom, and then everything started falling. I became a at whatever I was doing. It could be at work. I became better. I started smiling more, less worries. And, I always had little issues, but it wasn't issues to the point like it would affect me. We all have problems. It goes by for a second, boom, 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 boom. It wasn't something that would sit on my back, like sit on my back for heavy load. Then I'm carrying it for weeks, days, months, with no solution, no resolution. It's like, it wasn't really like that. I just gave myself up, like, you know what? Ain't nothing much I can do. Just feel free. God, I'm in your hands. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of people might feel ashamed to get on their knees. Sometimes I had to do that. Yo, it was so much for me, bad for me. It's like, yo, hold on. Man, I know it's just God, you know what I'm saying? So get in the corner, find a corner, whatever, So by me talking to him, there's certain things was going on, Some people feel like, hey, man, I'm too bad for God. Nah, man, because that way you're looking at the other side of the field, and we ain't trying to go on the other side of the field, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to stay that one road, that righteous road that everybody should be on, So, yeah, but I'm very blessed to be here, y'all, So, yeah, hey, what's going on? Of course. blessings for everyone. So just new viewers, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of skits. We have spiritual mornings too. Sometimes I post things spiritual morning, but it's mixture of hood memory. Of course we got little story skits. Things. So I still got to get back to going on the blocks, showing certain blocks. But I took that a time out because a lot of people on YouTube don't know. Now everybody, I have to be universal, so that's why I'm doing skits, etc. and stuff like that to get you guys to know. But sometimes I will still go back to my old blocks, things, my lanes that I came from. So you got to get a little glimpse of things, who KP is, who's Hood Memory, what I'm saying, what the channel is about. So anybody have any, blessing stories, anything they would like to let me know, please give me advice, anything, reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? So, God is great all the time, hey, what's going on? Into, yeah, for sure, man, God is good all the time, you know what I'm saying? So one day, man, let me tell you something. One day, right, I was walking. So this probably happened like 3 years ago. So, I'm walking. And I seen a homeless man, I looked at him, and, well, his leg was capitated. He was on his knees. He couldn't be doing. People just passing by him, like ignoring him, like, like just ignore him. And I'm not saying, people probably didn't have or did have, but it didn't matter, but he was really begging, but he was in no type, shape, or form to work. You know what I mean? It's common sense. If somebody walking by this guy, you automatically know, hey, this guy can't work. He can't work. But, I literally seen like 10 people pass this guy. Not one person offered to ask, hey, here's a quarter, here's a dollar, here's a bottle of water. So me passing by this guy, how you doing? Yeah, he had the bandage around his leg and he was crawling. So by me having a heart, I said I couldn't even pass this guy. Not even like engaging with him. How you feeling? You all right? Little things do. Blessings come different ways. It's something small you can do for a person that open up their day, brighten up their day, even brighten up your door, open up your door too. So as he was I was getting to know him. I'm like, yo, how you got like in that position? He was like, he had a bad car accident. See, he just and then he lost everything. He even said his wife left him. I'm like, wow, man, it's that bad? They're like, yeah, man, probably had 2 kids out of town. He gets little support here and there. And, so as I was talking to him, getting to know him, I gave him a couple of dollars. Went to go buy him lunch. And he was really grateful about that. He was really grateful, he really appreciated. I'm the one that actually stopped by to even give him something or give him food. And you get to show, we just gotta have as a whole, as a whole, have a heart, you know what I mean? Because if the guy was like in a need, I could say, hey, there's some people that walk around, you see they could work. They healthy, they big, they'd be like, hey, let me get a dollar, let me get a quarter. That I gotta think twice. You get what I'm saying? Like I got double take on that. Like, hold on, there's jobs out here. Even though he's still asking, he ain't doing the wrong thing, stealing nothing. But I could be like, you know what? There's jobs out here. There's a lot of things you can do, my brother. You know what I'm saying? But as for this guy, I know he's reading his position. That's the only thing I could have did. You know what I'm saying? As being a person. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, God bless you too, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bless you too, my brother, always. All right, G. Yeah, man, much love. Yeah. So, so everyone that's working, be blessed, be at work, be on that typing board, like, and like, even, hey, if your boss come behind you, right? Hey, yes, no problem. Typing. And like, okay, she's talking, the typer is talking to her back. Yeah, you ain't gonna mess up my day today. It could be even, hey, the restaurant game. If you're in a restaurant, hey, I need ice on table 1. Hurry up. I know how that get. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So they were, hey, hurry up. I know sometimes you feel like you got people watching you like, yeah, I'm in a restaurant dig and this person talking to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, they just keep your cool. Okay, I'll be there. Boom. Or just kill them with silence. Show your gratitude work. And sometimes your gratitude, your attitude says a lot about a person too. You could get little, you climbing. You never know. Get to that supervisor spot. And, don't forget, you got different spots in kitchens. You know what I'm saying? That's any job, any position. Me, myself, you know what I'm saying? I used to be, when I used to do the restaurant dig, I started as a delivery guy. Man, I was downtown. I'm talking about delivering chicken at the law firm. Making tips. This is the younger age, you know what I'm saying? delivery, hustle, ha, 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 ha. We all fighting, trying to get to them, trying to get to the tip, man. The job passing out tickets, we trying to get to them. We kids, teenagers, fighting for them tips, trying to make tips, to get in our pockets. So you know what I'm saying? So I was one of those that my boss liked a lot, because I was fast. Me being a people's person, I'm not I had my way too, but being a people's person, so boom, 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 boom. So by being a people's person, you know what I'm saying? So I short stop everybody. So the bosses will give me the tickets. You get what I'm saying? So I get all the tips. Some boys were like, man, this ain't gonna work, Kirby boy. This ain't gonna work. So they're trying to hate, but at the same time, though, they my boys, they my friends. They can't really say that. It's just the boss. They say, and sometimes what made it even funny when I didn't have no bike, right? I would have to walk all the way to Government Center, which is downtown. That's like about from where we was at, it was closer, or like about a 1 minute walk. And so the guys that was on the bikes, they were giving them far distance. So by the time they came back, I did like 4 or 5 deliveries on them. You get what I'm saying? So that was how that go. Just to give you guys a little glimpse of memory lane and to cheer you up to how life is. It's a trip. It's an obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, KK, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, back to that. So, boom, boom. So little by little, so I started getting rank. My rank started going up. So I became from a delivery boy. Now I'm training to become a chef. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm training to become a chef, such as now I'm coming to the grill now. So I'm training, I'm learning. I'm watching so they sending this guy away, or maybe he had a transfer, whatever it was. I filled his spot. So now, boom, I'm training. I'm getting the fit of it, So it's like, it was something like similar like Pearl Tropical, ganja. So, flipping chicken, So I'm learning how to flip the chicken, how to call out rice. That's how I learned how to speak Spanish too. Cause where I worked at, there was a lot of Spanish people. So I know how to say rice. Amarillo, friole. You know what I'm saying? Speak the Spanish game. I had that like on live. Just the basics. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk it fluent, but I could survive. You know what I mean? Como te llama? Arroz. Hey, medio pollo, have chicken. Friole, beans. You know what I'm saying? So I was managing my ways like that. And so by me getting that spot, then went to the grill. Boom, I was in the dough. Little more pay, everything more too. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you everything. Just always keep it, spiritually, and just be yourself. Always be humble. I mean, it's gonna be rainy days. It's gonna be bad days. That's all the time. So that's just a little thing that I want to share with you guys. So it's pretty much that's about that. And again, thank you for everyone who's here on the live. Just had to come out the woodworks, to get to see who Curb is. And, I still got more skits coming up. And I would love for you guys to, inbox me, man. Comment. Tell me anything. Show me skits, hood skits, morning prayers you think I can make skits about. It could be anything, hey, pray. I really want to engage with you all, because it's the reason why I'm here is because of you all. You know what I'm saying? My subscribers, people who gave me chance, you know what I mean? People who opened the door, people who even took a view, who everyone, everyone comes. So I just want to be that person to relate to everyone. Yeah, and so to everyone out there, just, take it one day at a time, because, we all have a plan, we all have a destination, and never give up on life, period. Because I've been there, done that, and I'm one of those people I could say, hey, God put me out that hole, man. He got that burden out my back. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So always remember that. So just always have hope and never give up, because the best way is God's way, and never give up again, like I said. And so from there on, so most of the times we all sit back and think like, man, I came a long way, man. But you can't do it by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. A lot of people are always stuck in their ways too, like they don't need nobody. Everybody needs somebody, believe it or not. Everybody needs someone. You still need God, but hey, you need somebody. Believe it or not, you need somebody. You can fall down right now. You can't. If you fall, you can't pick yourself up by yourself. If you're injured, you can't. So it's always nice to be nice to people. Show respect. You know what I mean? You might not favor someone. Me, I might not favor someone, but I'm not gonna show you that. You know what I mean? I'll probably feed you a long spoon, but I'm always keep it quiet. Hey, how you doing? All right, cool, man. Yeah, man. You don't even think I have a problem with you. But but there's sometimes too. It can be serious to the point like the person that walk by you don't say nothing. You say, hey, what's going on, man? You all right? They probably know you just, same thing. That's it, man. You know what I mean? Life is a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, for sure, man. Yep. I see you would. Yeah, man. Cool. You already know it. What's up, KK? All right, hey man, you be man. You know what? Thanks a lot, cause I'm not gonna lie, man. You one of those people that been there day one. You know what I'm saying? Woody, you, even your peoples too. You know, I see you all. You know, KK, 100. All right. Yeah, you know, may God bless you all too, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for always holding us down. You know, and Woody too. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. So I had to wake up this morning and feel like, yeah, man, let me just, cause I just felt like, hey, let me just come out here and get some fresh air and just talk to the people and see. Maybe somebody need to hear that. Maybe this message is for someone. Maybe somebody's having a bad day. Maybe someone's at home. Just a word of encouragement. Just hold your head up. Stick your chest out. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about nothing. Everything gonna be all right. Don't forget, when it rains, it can't rain forever. The sun gotta come back out. So it's just like, just a quick hurricane. Once it's gone, everything's gonna float back to normal. The flower's gonna be up. The sun is gonna be down. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank everybody. Everybody who came here, watching right now too. So it's about that. So always remember too, two wrongs don't make a right. If you're gonna sit here and go back and forth with a person, even if you're in the right, not too many people are actually gonna say that they're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, not too many people gonna say that. You know what I mean? You have somebody say, hey, you know what? My bad, man. I ain't mean to do this. I ain't mean to do that. Even in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I mean, you might, but most of the time, a person not going to want to admit that. So it's up to you to be a better person. You know what? I'm sorry. My bad for stepping on your feet. My bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't put this there. Okay, my bad. It's just that way. That way, it's not because you're soft or that makes you feel like, oh man, no, I ain't buying down to no, man. I'm the man or whatever. You the one, whatever it is. Either way it go, it's just only just to avoid conflicts. And it makes you a better person. And that way too, it's kind of good too, because the person will be like, man, I can't get to this person. Okay, even if it's not on that term, just natural honesty. They think they're not guilty. It could be the same way. If hey, you know what? Yeah, okay, yeah, he understood me. Oh, she understood me. Oh, okay then. Okay, wow, this person really cool. Man, I like his state of mind. But if you're going, it's just going back and forth, man. You talking about World War IV here? Like, what was going on? You hear me? You know? Yeah. Okay. All right. No problem. All right, G. Yeah. All right. No problem. I'll see you around, man. Cool. Thanks for coming, all right? For sure. Yeah. So, and etc. So to all the new viewers, subscribe at Hood Memory. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of things going on. We have a lot of things in the works. Skits, comedy, spiritual vibes. Everything in the making. It's not only hood. Even though when you hood, you good. You feel me? But we got a lot of things in the making. At one time, for everyone again, never lose your cool. Never lose your cool. I know it's a hard task, but never lose your cool, man. And just let the angels guide you, through everything that you all do, To those working on traffic, humble, be the better person. And always remember, always be on defense too. Defense for everything. Spiritually, working, driving. Defense all the time. Remember, sports, defense, win championship. So sometimes you might have to think for a driver. Remember that. Sometimes you might have to think for your boss. Defense. Remember that. Sometimes you might have to think for your coworker. Defense. Remember that. Okay, guys. So just had to share a couple of things with everyone. So surely I'm about to leave soon, and hopefully everyone continue their evening with blessing. May the angels continue to guide you all. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the next live. Definitely Monday. Again, Monday I will be on live at 7 p.m. Monday, 7 p.m. I have a special guest for everyone. So please be around for it. And guess what? I'm leaving you with these thoughts, okay? See you guys around. I see you. I'm leaving you with this. Praise the Lord, all nation. Praise Him, all people, for His love for us is strong and His faithfulness is eternal. Amen. See you guys. Bye.